Hi, welcome to Fiction Fingers Fairy Channel. Please subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories. And don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you. After a few days had passed, Ricky messaged Lisa to share some news. Shawn likes Tina, he informed her, his words carrying a sense of excitement. Lisa's interest was piqued by Ricky's revelation. But Shawn isn't the type to express his feelings openly, Ricky added, explaining Shawn's reserved nature. Lisa considered Ricky's words thoughtfully, recognizing the challenge of Shawn's reluctance to communicate his emotions. Maybe we can help him, she suggested, her mind already formulating a plan to bridge the gap between Shawn and Tina. Ricky nodded in agreement, feeling optimistic about the possibility of bringing Shawn and Tina together. Let's play matchmaker, he proposed, a mischievous glint in his eyes as he envisioned the potential for a budding romance between his two friends. With their plan in motion, Ricky and Lisa set out to orchestrate a chance encounter between Shawn and Tina. They plotted carefully, ensuring that the circumstances would be just right for sparks to fly between the two. After several months of nurturing their relationship, Ricky and Lisa succeeded in guiding Shawn and Tina towards marriage. On their wedding day, Shawn and Tina expressed heartfelt gratitude towards Ricky and Lisa for their instrumental role in bringing them together. The presence of Tina's mother and siblings, David, Sarah, and Emily, added warmth and joy to the occasion. Shawn's father, Jack, was also present, marking a special moment of unity for both families. As Shawn and Tina exchanged vows, their eyes sparkled with love and anticipation for the future. Ricky and Lisa watched with pride, knowing that their efforts had helped forge a lasting bond between their friends. "Congratulations, you two," Ricky whispered to Shawn and Tina, a smile of satisfaction gracing his lips. Tina's mother, overcome with emotion, approached Ricky and Lisa with tears in her eyes. "Thank you for being such wonderful friends to Tina," she said, her voice choked with gratitude. "You've brought so much happiness into her life." Ricky and Lisa embraced her warmly, touched by her heartfelt words. Meanwhile, Shawn's father, Jack, shared a moment of quiet pride with Ricky. "I can't thank you enough for looking out for my son," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "You've been like family to him." Ricky smiled, touched by Jack's words. As the celebrations continued into the evening, Ricky and Lisa reveled in the joy and love that surrounded them. They danced with Shawn and Tina, their hearts overflowing with happiness for the newlyweds. "This is what it's all about," Lisa said, her eyes shining with tears of joy, "bringing people together and spreading love." In the midst of the festivities, Shawn and Tina took a moment to express their gratitude once again to Ricky and Lisa. "We wouldn't be here without you," Tina said, her voice filled with emotion. Shawn nodded in agreement, his hand reaching out to squeeze Ricky's shoulder in appreciation. After getting married, Shawn brought Tina to live with him in the house gifted by his father. In the early stages of their marriage, both of them felt a sense of awkwardness, as they had never been in a romantic relationship before. Shawn's reserved nature made it difficult for them to communicate effectively, adding to the tension between them. "Are you okay?" Tina would often ask, trying to break the silence that hung between them. Shawn would nod in response, but his lack of verbal communication left Tina feeling frustrated and uncertain about their relationship. Despite their initial awkwardness, Tina remained patient, hoping that with time, Shawn would open up to her. She tried to initiate conversations and activities that they could enjoy together, but Shawn's reticence made it challenging for them to connect on a deeper level. The growing distance between Shawn's reserved demeanor and Tina's independent nature only exacerbated the strain in their relationship. Feeling neglected by Shawn's apparent lack of concern, Tina took on all the household tasks single-handedly. From fixing leaky pipes to repairing broken lamps, Tina handled every problem that arose in their home without Shawn's involvement. Tina's sense of frustration and loneliness deepened as Shawn continued to show little interest in their relationship. His failure to offer assistance or support left Tina feeling overwhelmed and unappreciated. Even simple gestures like driving her to work or picking her up afterward were absent from Shawn's actions. In times of illness, Tina found herself relying solely on her own resources. When she fell ill, she had to drive herself to the clinic for treatment, as Shawn made no effort to accompany her or provide any form of support. The imbalance in their relationship took a toll on Tina's emotional well-being. She began to question the foundation of their marriage and whether Shawn truly cared about her happiness and well-being. The growing sense of isolation only served to widen the rift between them. Despite her attempts to communicate her feelings to Shawn, Tina's efforts were met with indifference or defensiveness. Shawn remained closed off, unwilling or unable to address the issues that were driving them apart. As the distance between them grew, Tina found herself contemplating the future of their relationship. She yearned for a partner who would share in both the joys and burdens of life, someone who would be there for her in times of need. In the quiet moments of solitude, Tina found herself grappling with the harsh reality of her marriage. "What's the point of getting married if I'm living like a lone wolf?" she murmured to herself, her voice tinged with frustration. The weight of shouldering responsibilities alone left her feeling as if she were navigating the complexities of marriage on her own. As she tackled household tasks and managed daily challenges independently, Tina couldn't help but draw a painful comparison. "It's like being married to a child," she muttered, her words filled with a sense of resignation. The absence of shared responsibilities made her question the purpose of their union. With each passing day, Tina's frustration mounted as she grappled with Shawn's apparent lack of effort in their marriage. "Why does it feel like I'm the only one trying?" she wondered aloud, her voice tinged with disappointment. The one-sided nature of their relationship left her feeling unseen and unheard. As Shawn observed Tina's growing distance, he couldn't help but be reminded of his mother's past behavior. Doubts began to creep into his mind as he started to question Tina's feelings towards him. Could it be that Tina doesn't love me anymore? He pondered silently, his thoughts swirling with uncertainty. The fear of abandonment stemming from his mother's actions cast a shadow over his perception of their relationship. With each passing day, Shawn's suspicions grew, fueled by Tina's apparent coldness towards him. "Is history repeating itself?" he wondered aloud, his voice filled with anxiety. The fear of being left alone, just like his father had been, gnawed at his soul. In moments of solitude, Shawn found himself grappling with the painful memories of his parents' separation. "Will Tina leave me, just like my mother left my father?" he questioned, his voice tinged with fear. The scars of his past haunted him, casting a shadow over his hopes for a happy future with Tina. As he confided in himself, Shawn couldn't shake the feeling of insecurity that gripped his heart. "Am I destined to be abandoned?" he whispered, his words laden with vulnerability. The fear of rejection threatened to consume him, clouding his judgment and straining his relationship with Tina. For months, the chilly atmosphere between Shawn and Tina lingered, casting a pall over their shared home. Despite living under the same roof, they no longer exchanged words, their communication reduced to silent gestures and icy glances. Shawn sometimes intentionally stayed out late to avoid encountering Tina, further deepening the divide between them. Meanwhile, Tina sought solace in occasional stays at her mother's house, seeking refuge from the strained atmosphere at home. Even when they were both present in the house, Shawn and Tina remained preoccupied with office work they brought home, their professional obligations serving as a convenient distraction from their crumbling relationship. "Another late night at the office," Shawn remarked dryly to himself as he glanced at the clock, purposely extending his workload to delay his return home. The thought of facing another evening of tense silence with Tina filled him with dread, prompting him to linger at the office longer than necessary. Meanwhile, Tina found herself retreating to her mother's house more frequently, seeking solace in the familiar comforts of her childhood home. "I just need some space," she murmured to herself, the weight of their strained relationship bearing down on her shoulders. As they continued to drift apart, Shawn and Tina became trapped in a cycle of avoidance and isolation. In the rare moments when they did cross paths at home, Shawn and Tina exchanged terse greetings before retreating into their own separate worlds. "I'll just focus on my work," Tina resolved quietly to herself, burying herself in tasks to avoid the discomfort of their fractured relationship. Despite their shared living arrangement, Shawn and Tina found themselves leading increasingly separate lives, the once vibrant connection between them fading into distant memory. "I never imagined it would come to this," Shawn admitted to himself with a heavy heart, the weight of their fractured relationship bearing down on him. As the months stretched on, Shawn and Tina found themselves drifting further and further apart, their attempts at reconciliation thwarted by pride and unresolved grievances. "Is this how it ends?" Tina wondered silently, the ache of loneliness gnawing at her heart as she contemplated the uncertain future of their relationship. To be continued.